This is the Milo Beasley Show. This is the Milo Beasley Show. There's only one thing you need to know. This is the Milo Beasley Show. And now, here's your host, Milo Beasley.
And welcome to the Milo Beasley Show, episode number 208. And I'm sitting here with Doc Brown house behind me with Joe Walser. How are you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's a great day here at the Gamble House. I wish we could have done episode number 88.
I know, right?
If only we could go back in time. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. We've got a time machine. We've got all the time we need.
So yeah, we're hanging out here at the Gamble House for an annual event, Museums of the Arroyo.
Yep.
I told myself I wasn't going to be able to get through it, but I was able to get through it decently enough.
No, it sounded great. Museums of the Arroyo.
Yeah, so we have 6 museums here in the LA, Pasadena area that are doing free tours, Gamble House being one of them. And somehow you got involved in this and brought 2,000, I think they said between 2,000 and 2,500 Back to the Future fans to this event.
That might be a light estimate.
A light estimate.
I saw that line. That line was long all day long. I'm going to go with 3,000.
You're going to go with, it was long.
I went just go 3,500. As long as we're just making stuff up.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people. A lot of really excited Back to the Future fans. You said they do this annually.
Yes.
They do, but they reached out to me because they wanted to give it a Back to the Future theme this year for obvious reasons, right? I mean,
right.
Obvious to us. To the rest of the world, they're like, "What a cool house!" I'm like, "No, it's Doc's house." Man. So I said, "Sure. What do you want to do?" And they threw out a couple ideas. I threw out a couple of ideas.
His interest kind of wanes.
And
Kyle, you're sitting.
and then. Then this happened.
Right, yeah.
Epic happened.
You have the DeLorean out here. Doc Brown is out here.
I was like, how many people do you want to have? And they were like, maybe 1,000. I was like, yeah, it's going to be more than that.
And you tried telling them that there would be a little bit more than 1,000.
I did.
And did they believe you, or did they?
No, but I think next year they'll believe me.
So is this going to be an annual thing then?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, hopefully we'll have some more Back to the Future events at the Gamble House. Maybe not connected with the. I mean,
there's a lot of different filming locations around here in Pasadena, and
that's true.
That I would love to see more events. Actually, I came all the way out here from Orlando for this event.
For this event.
For this event, wow. I flew all the way out of here from Orlando.
That's awesome.
So more events equal more people, right?
Yeah. Well, they're here, right? That's a lot of people.
And obviously, you got involved in this because of your work in the documentary Out of Time.
Well, in part because of that, but also because in 2015, I put on the biggest Back to the Future fan event, that's ever happened.
Right.
And also I did one in 2010. So, and then I restored the actual DeLorean. Hey, Doc. It's Doc.
Doc Brown is there picking up trash thrown in the garbage. He's all over the place.
It's not every day that you see this. You know what I'm saying? That's what this is what I do. I make a little time window for everybody to look through, and that was the goal with all of my events, and that was the goal today, and I think it worked. And actually, some of these people got to go on the tour with Doc Brown, which was.
And you got to show them his house.
He got to.
Did he know it? Did he know anything about his own house?
He was like, "Oh, where's the bathroom?" Doc, it's your bathroom.
I've actually used the bathroom in his garage.
Right.
I took a selfie in the camera in the mirror because when you pee in Doc Brown's bathroom, you have to document it.
Right.
So Doc Brown is out here. What's next on the docket? Do you have anything planned?
There's always plans. And
always
that's just
plans.
how it works. I roll from one epic event to another, and there's always projects. I can't always talk about them early, but when I do, this happens, so I don't know, you can.
So what is it about Back to the Future like that does this? Like, why not other?
That's a complicated question.
I mean, man. Like if you could pick out one thing, like one
thing about Back to the Future that does
this,
people?
yeah.
man, one thing.
Is it the
I'll
the
just-
car?
You know, it's part. It's not okay. If we say one thing, but then I say 5 things, would
Right.
that work? Okay. So it's the car.
Right.
It's the fact that Marty got to go back and change some things, take control of his own,
Right.
destiny, future. People like that, idea. You don't. You do. Right?
Yeah, I absolutely.
Would you go back and change some things? Or would you be too afraid that
You
you'd
know,
screw it up?
I really like the accidents, the happy accidents that became my life. So I'm really good right now, man.
Yeah,
like,
so-
there's been a lot of things that have,
So you
that have gone bad, but
this movie's not for you.
but no, like
My life's perfect too. That's why I'm here.
But I would, I would definitely love to go back in time and go to high school with my dad. Like how, I think that was the main premise of the movie, right?
Yeah.
So I think.
Or at least, see, what big dorks you were. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, my dad was like 5'3".
I don't know.
Like,
you know what I mean? I don't know. I
so-
don't know if that's why I'd want to go back. You know what I mean? Be friends with my dorky dad. I don't know.
But speaking of time machines and time travel, Steve has said repeatedly, you are the master. You have more knowledge than anybody else on all things time machine related. Is this
I've
true?
heard that. I've heard it. He says it a lot. Bob Gale said it.
So
If I say it about myself, it sounds weird.
it does,
you know
right? You're
what
like,
I mean?
yeah, I do. So
I know a lot.
What is your favorite method? What is your favorite time machine method? Is it the DeLorean? Is it a phone booth?
Oh, method, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, it's the DeLorean. I mean,
Is it by far?
yeah. I mean, the phone
'Cause
booth
if
is
you-
cool, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome. I don't really like the TARDIS too much. Sorry, all you people that do.
There's a doctor here. I saw him. He was walking around.
Yeah.
There's a doctor.
Oh, a Doctor Who doctor?
Yeah.
Yeah, or Dr. Brown.
There might have been a doctor.
Doctor?
There might
Doctor.
Doctor. Yeah.
Doctor?
I also saw Theodore Logan from Wild Stallions hanging out.
That's amazing. Did you really?
Yes. There's,
No lie?
Yeah, no lie. There's
That's
there's a
awesome.
bunch of time travelers here in this hanging out
I
here.
actually worked on a movie with him, like the real dude. You
The
know
real-
what I mean?
the-
Yeah.
So
It was a
before-
Ben 10 movie, just for the record.
Oh, that's
You can
actually
look it
kind of
up.
cool.
He
So,
directed it.
Before we
It was
wrap
him,
up
though.
here, that's awesome.
Yeah, he was in Lost Boys too.
Was he?
Yeah, he was one of the vampires.
He's what?
Yeah, he was. You can look this up. I'm not lying.
So, besides the DeLorean,
Yeah.
okay?
There's nothing besides the DeLorean.
Besides the DeLorean, I asked this question to Butch Patrick, Eddie Munster, because
Yes.
he's famous.
Yeah.
He had a famous vehicle in
Yeah.
his life.
Yeah.
5 favorite television or movie vehicles
Yeah.
besides the DeLorean.
A-Team van, Batmobile.
Which Batmobile? Like Adam West or?
Keaton.
Okay, Keaton.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang is cool. I mean, you can't deny it. Yeah, I'm sorry. It just is cool, Buckaroo Banzai, Rocket Car, which, I mean, honestly, there was a moment in my life where I was like, should I do the Buckaroo Banzai Rocket Car or the DeLorean Time Machine? Well, obviously, I didn't do the Buckaroo Banzai car.
Is that next? Maybe that's next.
No, it's not. It's not. Really, I'm going to do Thunder Road from the Explorers.
What?
Yeah, Thunder Road.
That's
Like
yeah.
tonight we launch, right?
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. I already have like most of it. Yeah, it's crazy.
I'll be looking forward to that.
Yeah.
So where can folks find you on the social medias if they want to follow you and learn more things about the?
I'm on the internet.
just Google
Yeah.
you.
Well, you can actually. I've done that. I'm like, really? That's a lot of stuff.
And of course, the Back to the Future celebrations.
There's a lot of sites, yeah. Michael Clastern and I are partners in the Back to the Future celebration. And then there's the Time Machine Restoration Facebook page. And then there's the, so many I can't think of them right now. But
just on the Googles.
yeah, just Google it.
So now, do you just get to text Bob Gale on like a daily?
I can,
That's-
but I don't.
Oh.
I refrain.
I would.
I do ask him a lot of questions though, because I'm like, Bob, sorry to bother you, but is it air cold or damn cold, right? And he's like, what do you think it is? And I was like, I think it's damn cold. And he goes, yeah, it's damn cold. Air cold doesn't make any goddamn sense. Sorry, you had to beat that. But same thing with the pinball machine, right? I was like, look, everybody's arguing. Is it shoddy? I know it sounds like shoddy, or is it shiny? And everybody's like, it's shoddy, right? Everybody. And I'm like, it's not. It doesn't make any sense. Why would they be impressed by a shoddy bomb casing full of used pinball machines. It doesn't make any sense. But if you say shiny, then it's dazzling.
It does
a
make sense.
shiny bomb casing full of used pinball machines, right? Anyway, the answer is shiny, obviously, because it makes sense.
Right.
Anyway, it's shiny and damn cold. There you go. You're welcome.
Anything else before we wrap up here?
No, just that we appreciated working with the Gamble House. We love the Gamble House, and we were happy to be involved in their annual MODA Museums of the Arroyo event. And a shout out to Michael Klastrin, who's here, and Doc Brown, played by Rusty Locke, who is amazing. And did you see Dean Cundy? Dean Cundy was here.
I saw him. He was walking around.
Yeah, that was pretty great. And I don't know. And a special shout out to my son Joey, whose YouTube show Building with Style. You can look that up too.
Yeah,
And-
definitely.
and No
While you're on the
Concept of
YouTube watching
Time.
this, watch it Building with Style.
Yeah, I mean it's sort of to the point now where it's quicker if I tell you where I'm not.
All right, well, Joe, thank you for chatting with me, buddy.
Thanks.
And get back. You have a ton of fans. I see you
Yeah,
walking around waiting for
absolutely.
your autograph. So thank
right,
you for
man.
watching, and we'll see you next week. If you should work on only wrestling people with one name, because this morning you'd be
Sierra, why didn't I think about that?
Right. As long as they have one name, you're like gonna.
I can get that
you're
one,
like-
yeah.
Like